Welcome to the Living Wisdom YouTube channel. The topic that we want to discuss today is how to create world peace. How to create world peace is a subject which is on everyone's mind these days. What do you think is the way that we can create a lasting state of peace in the world? Write your answers in the chat box. What do you think could contribute to a lasting state of peace in the world? In order to create a peaceful world, we have to create peaceful individuals. Because just as a green forest is composed of individually green trees, a peaceful world is composed of peaceful people. In order to create a lasting state of world peace, we have to teach the individuals in every country in the world to experience the source of bliss and peace deep within themselves. Where is the source of bliss? Where is the source of peace? The source of peace and lasting state of happiness exists at the deepest level of the human mind. The state of pure consciousness, the state of unbounded awareness, is a state of infinite bliss, eternal bliss consciousness, Sat Chit Ananda. And to experience this state, all that is needed is to learn how to transcend the surface active thinking level of the mind and to experience quieter and quieter levels of the thinking process until we transcend thought and experience the state of unbounded awareness, a state of infinite peace, pure bliss, orderliness, harmony, and a field of freedom from all limitations. This experience is open to everyone through the practice of the transcendental meditation technique. This is a simple, natural, and effortless mental technique practiced for at least 20 minutes morning and evening with the eyes closed, sitting in a chair, and even from the very first sitting of meditation, we can experience the transcendental state of pure consciousness. Very automatically we experience that state because everyone's mind has the tendency to move in the direction of more and more happiness, more and more peace, more and more freedom, more and more orderliness, more and more energy. And the state of unbounded awareness is a state of pure bliss, infinite order, infinite freedom, and a state of peace, of great inner peace and inner calm collectedness of mind. So when many people are experiencing a state of inner peace and happiness, then wars, the influence of tension, negativity, anxiety will be mitigated in the world. It will begin to decrease as the influence of orderliness and peace and happiness increases. The influence of disorderliness, negativity, anxiety, and conflict will begin to diminish. So the way to create a lasting state of peace in the world is to create peace in the individuals in the world. Because a peaceful, happy individual radiates vibrations of peace and happiness into the atmosphere, and the universe reacts to the actions of the individuals. People who are angry, tense, worried, and troubled, they radiate those negative vibrations into the atmosphere in the world. And when a large number of people are miserable, tense, and upset, then the whole world is saturated with those vibrations. And when the limit of tension is exceeded, collective calamities inevitably result. Collective calamities in the world are really the result of people behaving negatively and acting against the moral codes. And this creates an imbalance in nature, and this imbalance in nature is exemplified in famines, floods, earthquakes, and other calamities in the world which damage the very fabric of life. And this is the result of the individual actions reaching a saturation point, and then the collective calamities begin to be reflected in nature, and the balance of nature is disturbed by the actions of the individuals. So a lasting state of world peace depends completely on creating a state of peace and happiness in the individuals in the world. We may not realize that even disagreements, disharmony, and conflicts in families actually influences the peace in the whole world. Any kind of ill feeling, bad behavior, harsh words leads indirectly to international conflicts. Every influence of tension emitted by the individual returns to him as a result of cosmic law, because cosmic law always balances the effect with the cause which has been produced. So expressing ill feelings which damage life actually brings an increase of sorrow and dissatisfaction in the life of the individual. So the only way to really create a lasting state of world peace is to create peace, happiness, and inner health and fulfillment in the lives of the individuals in the world. This is the way to create a lasting state of peace. This is the way to eliminate the tensions, the disharmony, and the conflicts in the world. Because an individual who has found bliss and peace and happiness within themselves will just radiate that influence into the world. And the more individuals who are radiating happiness and peace into the world, the more that damaging influence in nature will decrease, and nature will begin to support the health and the satisfaction and the fulfillment of the individuals in the world. Because when individuals behave positively and radiate good feelings, then nature expresses this joy in a good harvest, good climatic conditions, and every aspect of life becomes more and more positive and more fulfilling, because nature mirrors the influence created by the individuals in the world. So the way to create this lasting state of peace is to find a way to create peace within the individuals. And a very simple way to do this is through the practice of transcendental meditation. As you may know, I'm a teacher of transcendental meditation, and I've been practicing it for many, many, many years. And it creates a state of inner fulfillment, a state of inner happiness, a state of calm collectedness at the depth of one's own being. And this begins to become more and more a part of one's daily life. And because of that, one doesn't feel that tension, that anxiety, and that ill feeling. And one radiates a positive influence into the world. And as a result of that, one gains more and more satisfaction and fulfillment of one's desires in one's individual life. So this is really the solution to the problem of world peace. We must find peace and happiness within ourselves, and then we radiate that into the world, and then we diminish the influence of negativity and tension, and the world begins to rejoice in fulfillment and health and happiness. So this is what we can do. It's in our hands as individuals to create the influence which we want to radiate and the influence we want to receive from the universe. It's in our hands.